Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Do you find any distortion in my audio? My audio is clear. Everyone? Yes, no? Okay. Okay, then let's continue. So, in the previous session, we have discussed about the while loop. I have just introduced the concept of while loop. Right? This is the typical syntax for the while loop. So, this is for loop, and there is there is a small difference between the for loop and the while loop. So, when you talk about the for loop, so all the expression 1, expression 2, and the expression 3, you can place all these expressions in the same like in the same loop. But whereas in the while loop, the body in the body will place expression 3, outside the while loop we will place expression 1, and this while loop will accept expression 2 for the conditional check. Right? So both are going to perform the same operation, but what is the difference between for loop and the while loop? So that understanding we are going to find it today, right? So let us do a small warm up. So let me consider a while loop. So this is the while loop, right? So this is going to accept a conditional check. Conditional check can be anything, we know that already, right? So let me say that integer I equal to 10, or let me say that integer I equal to 5, right? So the conditional check is going to be like I is greater than or equal to 0, right? So the system dot out dot println, I am printing I itself, right? After this, I am, for the expression 3, I am considering a decrement operation. Okay, so what is the output here? This is very easy to answer. I just want to answer it. What is the output here for this, everyone? Hope my question is clear. I want you to answer me the output for this. It's not a complex question. The question is not even a complicated question, right? Just answer to this. Make it fast. 4321. Yes, correct. 43210. 0 is also included, Sweta, because the conditional check says even include 0 also. Yes, 5. Someone is saying 5 4. Let's see who is correct and who is wrong. I think Jyoti is correct. Let us check that. Okay. Before that, let me save the program. Java 543210. Jyoti is correct. Jyoti N is correct. So why you people are missing 5? Everyone, why you are getting confused here? Shashwant is also correct. Jyoti N is also correct. Yeah. So 543210. So let me use this in the paint screen. Okay. Okay, so if you notice this is called as the expression 1. This is typically called as what? Expression 1. Expression 1 in the while loop. So expression 1 is used to do the initialization and the declaration. So this is, so we are going to get acquainted with the terminologies. Okay, that's my intention. So this is expression 1, which is typically used to declare and initialize the variable, right? Okay, so it is very clear. Expression 1 is used to declare and initialize the variable, right? So when I talk about the expression 1, the job of the expression 1 is to do the memory allocation, right? The value 5 is getting initialized to the variable I. It is just talking about the memory allocation, yes or no? The expression 1 is just typically talking about what? The memory allocation. The value 5 will be assigned to the variable I, yes or no? So this is the only job that will be performed by the expression 1, right? So once expression 1 is completed, so the expression 2 is placed inside the while loop condition. So while loop condition always talks about what? Expression 2, which is actually doing the conditional check. So I can say that this is expression 2, which is doing the conditional check. If the condition is true, the body of the while loop will get executed. If the condition is false, the body of the while loop will be skipped, right? Very straightforward answer, yes or no? Right? It is always performing the conditional check. If the condition is true, the control will be transferred to the body of the while loop. Then all the instructions in the while loop will get executed. Now you tell me how many instructions are there inside the while loop? How many instructions are there that has to get executed for the true condition? How many instructions are there in the while loop? How many instructions? No. Instructions. Each and every line is an instruction. This is one instruction. This is one instruction. Because of this instruction, something is happening. I mean, because of this instruction, the value is getting displayed in the console. So this is also an instruction. And this is also an instruction. Because of this instruction, some manipulation is happening in the memory. So can I say that we have two instructions here inside the while loop? Yes or no? Right? Tell me, guys. Yeah. Everyone, are you able to understand? Because each and every instruction will be performing a certain type of operation, right? The instruction 1 is going to print the value in the console. The instruction 2 is performing a kind of modification in the memory. So there are two instructions here, right? So the first instruction is displaying the value in the console. This is not part of so this is not part of any expression. This is just an instruction that is displaying a value in the console. This is also an instruction, but this instruction is also called as what? Expression 3. You can call the expression 3 as instruction as well as what? Expression 3. Right? So because of this value whatever the value is assigned to the variable I, that will be printed, right? So this is expression 3. So this is expression 3, which is performing the increment or decrement operation on a particular variable. So this definition is making some sense, right? So we have expression 1, we have expression 2, and we have expression 3. Okay, if I wanted to convert this while loop into the for loop, the conversion is going to be very easy, right? So can you convert the same logic? We have developed a logic on top of while loop. I want you to convert this logic to the for loop. I want to build this algorithm on the top of the for loop. Can you build and share the answer to me? Same while loop, I want you to implement this concept or perform this algorithm or create this logic by using the for loop. I want answers from you. Answer it to me. I want to print numbers from 5 to 0 by using for loop. Can I do that? Yes, you can do that. I want answers from you now. Hope my question is making sense to everyone. Ganesh, Chaitanya, Jyoti, Samyukta, Sweta, Shashwant, Darshini. How to be quick. There is a reason behind this. There is a valid reason behind this for asking you this question. So I equal to 0, I is lesser than or equal to 5. Just Just check your logic, Jyoti. Okay, let me write that for you. If you want to convert this logic by using for loop, I can say, see, I can copy and paste this value, right? Expression 1, I can copy and paste expression 1. Expression 2 is also going to be same, right? Do you think I need to make any changes? Copy the paste, copy and same, paste the same values, right? Now, don't you think I will get the same output? Is it necessary to think so much? Are you getting my point? Yeah, my intention is I want to just convert the while loop to the for loop. Is there any changes I need to make? Just copy the expression 1, expression 2 and expression 3 and place that in the same placeholders by using for loop. Yes or no? Everyone, are you getting my point? Jyoti N, Jyoti S, Chaitanya, Samyukta, Darshini. When I say, if you look at the paint picture, I am saying this expression 1. So this has been this is being named as expression 2. This is being named as expression 3. Sorry, this is expression 3, as I just used it as expression 2. This is expression 3. This is named as expression 3. If you want to convert this while loop to the for loop, just build a for loop. Okay, you do what? Just build a for loop. For loop will expect what? Expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. Copy the expression 1 and paste it here. Can't I do that? Copy this expression 1 and paste it here. Right? Copy the expression 2 and place it on top of the respective placeholders. Why you are thinking so much? Right? And copy the expression 3. Expression 3 is what? I minus minus, and place it on top of the respective what? Placeholder. Don't you think we will get the output here? And we have only one statement, we have two instructions, but this is the instruction that is going to print something in the console. So place it here. Right? We have completed preparing a for loop. Right? If I run this, the output is going to be same. Output will not get affected. Yes or no? Let me run this. Let me remove this. Saving this. Am I getting the same output? Yes or no? Right? So you need to identify the expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. Keep that in your mind, right? For any given program, if the program is placed on top of for loop, if you are asked to develop or convert that program by using the while loop, just identify expression 1, expression 2 and expression 3 and place those expressions on the respective placeholders. You will get, right? The conversion is very simple, right? Very straightforward. Yes or no? Are you getting this? Everyone? Chaitanya? Should not take much time in converting. So the point here is the same logic can be developed by using for loop and can be developed by using while loop. But what is the difference between for loop and while loop? When to use for loop, when to use while loop, that is the question, right? The typical question can be like, same logic can be developed using for loop as well as using while loop, but what is the exact difference? That is the question. So theoretically the answer can be like, so for the time being, please try to observe this answer. When you know the boundary is fixed, when you know the boundary, or I can say that I can also say that when you know how many iterations in advance. I mean, for example, if you want to execute a for loop, you already know that for loop will get executed for this many number of iterations, right? Because you will set a boundary from int I equal to 0, something like I can say that int I is lesser than or equal to 10, right? I plus plus. When I say this, by looking at this, you already know that this for loop is going to get executed for 11 times, including 0, it will get executed for 11 times, right? When you know these things in advance, you can go for loop. But when you don't know the boundary, right, when you don't know the number of execution, number of iterations that a particular logic is going to iterate the values, then you can go for while loop, right? So I will introduce some real-time example. For the time being, just understand that when you know the boundary, use for loop, right? Some examples I will give you that will make more sense. When you actually don't know the boundary, use while loop. Know the boundary, use while loop. So I will tell you what is that boundary. By introducing few examples, these questions will be cleared for you, right? So conclusion, I can conclude that you can build a program on the for loop, but same program can also be replicated by using the while loop. You can build any program. If the program is built on top of for loop, the same program can be replicated by using the while loop. That understanding is required for now, but the real-time cases I will introduce you. Making sense? Right? So let me take you another example. I hope you will answer this question. Let me go back to the while loop itself. Okay, this is our while loop. Now you tell me, so these are the used cases, guys. I want answers from you. Right? This is expression 1, and this is expression 2, and this is expression 3. At any point of time, if I am removing expression 3, if I am not considering expression 3, right, what could be the typical output? How this while loop is going to behave? Can you answer this to me? If I am removing expression 3, you can also assume that I am not placing any expression 3. Expression 3 is nothing but increment or decrement operation. If I am removing expression 3, how this while loop is going to behave? If there is no expression 3, how this while loop is going to behave? Look at this program and tell me. I'm expecting answers from you. Shashwant says phi infinite. You can directly say it is infinite. Yes, correct, Shashwant. Samyukta says phi infinite. Yes, correct. Infinite phi. Yes, you guys are correct. Darshini says infinite phi. Yes, correct. Good. Yes. So the behavior will be infinite because without the decrement or the increment operations, right? So by chance, at any chance, if the expression 3 is removed, definitely by looking at this example, we can say that it is going to be an infinite loop, right? But it is not necessarily mean that it could be an infinite. Sometimes what will happen, the statement could be like this. Now expression 3 is not there, but if you look at the conditional check, okay, now what will be the output now? Can you tell me? What is the typical output? What will be displayed in the console? These are the basic checks, very basic checks. Very basic checks. Okay. Chaitanya says error. Let's see who is answering this correct. Okay, Sweta, you're correct. Nothing will be displayed in the console. There is nothing wrong in my program. Do you think we have done any mistake? Compiler will not give any errors. Do you think compiler will give any error? Everyone, what mistake we have done here? Did I do any mistake here? Expression 1 is there, it is correct. Conditional check is also correct. It will, anyhow the output is going to be false. This conditional check will be evaluated and the resultant value is going to be false itself. False means this while loop will be skipped. Control will come here. but there is nothing to be displayed in the console. It means the after compilation and execution, the output is going to be blank, right? Making sense? There is no point of it's blank. Nothing is there to be displayed. Chaitanya, making sense? Yeah, Shashwan, correct. Output will be empty. Everything will be success. You need to say that empty output. Yes, Raju, you are correct. Yes, Darshini, correct. Yeah. Now, so typically now we can conclude that expression 3 is not going to define whether the while loop is going to be a infinite loop. It is not the case. And again, even though if you are removing expression 3, it depends upon the conditional check again. Right? Expression 3 as well as it is also dependent upon the conditional check whether the loop is going to be a finite one or infinite one. Yes or no? Right? So now you tell me, now here I am just removing this. Okay, I am placing true here. I am removing this, I am placing true here. Okay, now you think and tell me, guys, if I don't know who is going to correct answer this correctly or not. Okay, to break, I have already said you the purpose of the break. Let me give you a small tip. Okay, to understand this, try to execute the program sequentially from top to bottom. First this line will be executed, so this is just a memory allocation. Then while loop will be executed. The condition of while loop is true because it is a constant expression. True. Directly I'm defining, I'm using the conditional check as true, right? So can you tell me the output for this? Error. Chaitanya says 5. Jyoti yes says error. Veda says error. Shashwan says error. You're not. Let me run this. Darshini says error. Jyoti and says 5. Let's see who is correct. Right. That's why you should have even. So there is no error because compilation is successful. The output is 5. You should have pen and paper next to you. Who is correct actually? Jyotian, a big round of applause for Jyotian. Chaitanya, you're also right. Yeah. Did I miss any answers from Samyukta did not answer? Okay. No worries. Let me explain it for you. Right. So first you get the idea of break keyword. Right. So when you say break, when you use break, okay, once the what we call it as once the control encounters this break, okay, this will be kicked out of the while loop. Right, once the JVM thread encounters a break, the thread will be kicked out of the while loop, current execution. Right, so to understand this better, let me okay, this is the program. So the first line is very straightforward. I will be 5. Right, are you using pen and paper or not? You are just answering it. Okay, second one is conditional check true, no issues, true. Okay, the control will be transferred to the while loop. Okay, the first statement says print the value of 5. What is the value inside the I? 5 will be printed. Yes or no? 5 will be printed in the console. Right, after printing 5, there is another conditional check by using the if condition. If condition says, right, check the value of 5, compare it with 5 itself. What is the value inside I? 5. Right, so this 5 will be compared with 5 with double equal to operator. It is going to return true. Okay, if it is returning true, the control will get permission to get inside the if condition. It says break. When this thread is encountering the break keyword, it means this particular thread will be kicked out of the current while loop, current while what we call it as current while boundary. This will be transferred out. Right? There are no instructions after the while loop. That's why only 5 will be printed. Making sense? Why we get error? All things syntactically it is correct, no? In the previous classes, especially while discussing about the for loop, I have already introduced about this break statement, break keyword, as well as the if condition, right? Making sense now? Everyone who has said error? Yes, Veda. Everyone, Shashwant, Darshini, I want answers from you. So this programs looks very simple, but when you try to, when you are asked to answer this, or when you're asked to guess the output, you will make a lot of mistakes. Okay, you need to focus a lot. Are you using pen and paper or not? Okay, so let me do this. So now I am taking I equal to 1, guys. Think and answer me. Okay, so those who are going to answer it correctly, I will send you a big chocolate. Same question, I did a small manipulation. Okay, please guess the output. Okay. Shweta is asking if condition is satisfied and counters break, then how output will be 5. Okay, I will answer you for you, Shweta. Right? Yes, if condition is satisfying. If condition is satisfying and if condition satisfies and the statement, there is only one keyword in the if condition. It is a break keyword. Break statement means it is also called as the control has to be kicked out of the while loop. As soon as it sees break, the control has to get kicked out of while loop. This is a branching statement. Break means break the current execution, or I can say that break the current iteration. Break it. It may be like this while loop is it could be infinite, but as soon as this condition is satisfied, break that, break the law, violation. Right? Making sense? Okay, I have mixed answers for Samikta says 1 or 2. Any answers from Raji? 1 infinite. Okay, same example. Is there any 1 to answer? Okay, let me run this, guys. Yeah, good. Good. Because one, even though condition is true, every time it is going to be 1 only. Right? This if condition will not get satisfied at all. Right? It is just like this if condition is blind. Right? This is just like if condition is blind. Right? So since it is true, right, it is going to be an infinite loop. Right? Now you tell me. This is the last question. So we will discuss some complicated problems. These are very simple, but I should make you all comfortable in the while loop. Okay, so just answer this question. I just did a small modification here. Okay, hope you are able to see that modification here. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, good. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, correct. What about others? Do you agree with Sveda's answers? Okay, guys. Good. I think you have got this now, right? Good. Okay, so I have just got you all acquainted with the break keyword, and there are so many user cases on top of break keyword. So I am just introducing this user slowly. Okay, so now I will introduce another looping concept which is called as do while. This is while statement And the next statement, next syntax is do while. Do while looping statement. Okay, this is same as while, but there is a little difference, right? The syntax is like do is a keyword and open parenthesis and a closed parenthesis. You will place the condition here. Condition will be placed here. Here conditional check will happen. So I can say that this is expression 2, right? Expression 1 will always be outside. Expression 1, expression 2. Expression 2 is always meant for the conditional check, right? So this is expression 2. Expression 1 is always meant for initialization declaration, right? So here expression 3 will be there, right? So this is the syntax, but there is a lot of difference between while and the do while. Let me bring this while here. This is do while and this is while. This is while. Expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. Right? I will introduce a small problem for the better understanding on top of the do while statement. But let me give you some theory. Okay, do while. Okay, so I can say that the do while loop executes the statements. Execute the statements first before evaluating the condition. Let me give you the small example. Take an example, right? If you visit an airport, right? Whenever, like, if you ever find a chance to visit an airport, so there will be a lot of checking. Security checks will be there. So security checks will be there and ticket checking will be there. After completing these 2 checks, you are allowed to board the flight, especially in the airport. So airport is a highly secured place where the security people will do security checks as well as the ticket checks, right? That is, you don't have, you cannot evade that security checks. It is compulsory. It is under compulsion. You need to go through all those checks and you need to validate your ticket. Then only you are allowed to board the flight. But when you go to the railway station, typically it is not necessary, right? People don't check your tickets before you are entering into the platform, right? No one is going to check you the tickets, right? So airport security checks will be done before boarding the flight, or just keep it simple, ticket checking will be done. Ticket checking will be done before boarding the flight, right? But in railway stations, right, when you want to board a train, right, ticket somewhere, ticket check, most of the time, you don't have to show your ticket to enter your railway station, right? But when you exit any specific railway station, some point of time you might have encountered the situation when you exit the railway station after you reach your destination, right? Let us say that your destination is you are boarding a train from Chennai Center. While boarding the train, there will be there might be no security checks, there might be no ticket checking, right? You board the train, right? But when you reach your destination, in the destination station, there are high chances that when you want to do the exit, in the exit there will be a ticket collector. A ticket collecting security checks will be not security checks, ticket collecting will be done there, right? It means you can when you exit any specific station, ticket checking could be there. Okay, so this airport checking, if you want to convert this analogy to the Java loops, this airport checking is called as what? The while loop. right? This railway station checking, I mean, in Indian Railways, usually they don't check for your tickets when you are entering the station, but at the time of exit, after reaching your destination, there are high chances that you will end up in meeting a ticket collector. This is called as dual. Okay, sir, let me give the real-time example. If you ask me, let us discuss about this. Let us convert this analogy, relate this analogy to a real-time example, right? So I was saying that this is the expression, this is while loop, and so this is the initialization. Let me take a simple while loop. I am saying I equal to 1, I is lesser than or equal to 1. Let me remove this. So I is lesser than or equal to, let me do it at 0. Okay. So now you tell me, this is a while loop. You know this output, so it is not necessary for me to discuss this, but there is a reason for me to discuss about this. Okay, what is the output for this? Okay, let me do this. Entry exit. So now you tell me what is the output for this? Everyone are agreeing to Chaitanya's answer, exit. Yes, exit. Very straightforward. Exit. Yes, good. Good, you got this, right? This is with the for loop. This is with the for loop, right? But when I convert this logic to the while loop, okay, let me convert this with the do while loop. This is a while loop. I'm using do while, right? Okay, same thing. Expression 1 has to be placed outside. Can you convert this for me? Right? Can you convert the while loop to do while loop by using this logic? Can anyone do the conversion for me? Just try to identify the expression 1. This is the expression 1 and this is the expression 2. Sorry, this is the expression 2. This is the expression 3. Right? Identify the expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. Right? Use those expression in the do while syntax. I have given a syntax for the do while. So this is the syntax for the do while, right? So this is the syntax. Do while syntax says expression 1 is outside, expression 2 is here, and expression 3 is inside. Okay. Just replace those statements with respect to expression 1, expression 2. Do you think this is very difficult? Are you getting my point? You want me to do this for you? Ganesh, Shaith, Samyukta, Shweta, Raji, Darshini. Are you getting my question? Jyoti and Ashwan. Very simple, no? Why you are thinking a lot? Okay. Okay, let me do this for you. This is the expression 1 in the while loop. Okay, let me copy this. Let me paste it here. Copied and I have pasted it here. Okay, so this is the expression 2, right? So in the do while loop, the here is the place for the expression 2. I have pasted, right? And this is the statement on the expression 3. Same thing I am copying, same thing I am pasting it here. What difficulty is there? Right? And this is the typical exit statement. The exit statement. Very straightforward replacement, right? Right, now you tell me. Now you tell me what is output for this. Okay. You just stop typing. Stop typing. Everyone stop typing. Everyone stop typing. So this is the while loop, right? Syntax for the while loop, right? This is syntax for the while loop, right? So first you identify the expression one. So this is the expression one, right? Expression one. Expression one is identified. So what is expression two? This is expression two. Expression two is always going to talk about conditional checks, right? So this is expression two. Expression two, right? Identify the expression three. So this is the expression three. Increment or decrement operation is talking about what? Expression three. Expression three. Okay, right? And we have a statement. I can say that this is a statement outside the while loop. Okay, so this is the statement outside the while loop. Statement outside while loop. Okay, so this is the statement inside the while loop. While loop. I was telling you, I just want to convert this while loop to do while loop. The question is very simple. I want to convert this while loop to the do while loop. What is the syntax for the do while loop? Right, this is the syntax, right? So this is the syntax for the do while loop. Let me copy the syntax, right? Let me paste it here. So this is the syntax of the do while loop, right? So for conversion, so I'm converting while to do while. Let me write that for you here. This is while loop. While loop. So this is while loop. Okay, this is while loop. This while loop. I'm asking you to convert this to do while loop. Convert the same logic to the do while loop. Do while loop. So this is the conversion. If I ever want to perform the conversion, first you try to identify the expression 1, expression 2, expression 3 and identify the statements. Okay, then try to get the syntax of the do while loop. It's a do while loop, right? Replace the expression 1 with this statement, right? What I can replace? Integer I equal to 1, then expression, then expression 3. What is expression 3? So this is expression 3, I plus plus. Replace the expression 3 with I plus plus and replace the expression 2. What is expression 2? I is lesser than or equal to 0. I is lesser than or equal to 0. Right? What is the statement inside the while loop? System dot out dot println entry. Put the same statement here. System dot out dot println entry. What is the statement outside the loop? System dot out dot println exit. Okay. System dot out dot println exit. Right. Now do you understand the conversion now? Everyone? Ganesh has said. Good Ganesh, you tried it. Everyone are able to Shashwant, you have asked me to repeat. Are you able to understand now? Everyone? Yes, no? Very simple conversion now. Identify the expression 1, expression 2, expression 3, right? After identification, place those identified value with the respective placeholders. Right? This is the syntax. Syntax says it very clear, right? Syntax says expression 1 is this is a placeholder for expression 1. Expression 3 is going to be inside the do boundary, and expression 3 is inside the do boundary, expression 2 is here, right? This is how we can replace. Identify the expressions, replace with the relevant relevant expressions from one loop to another loop. right? Now you tell me, guys. Okay, I have done so many things, right? You have given me the answer. That's good that you have given me the answer for this. What is the answer for this? You people have said the answer is what? Exit, right? Yes or no? We got exit, right? Yes, exit. Okay, that's good. That's good. Here we have got exit. Okay. Now we can. So we did the conversion from. We converted the logic from while loop to do while loop. Okay. Now can you tell me what would be the output for the do while loop? The logic is same, but what would be the output? Can anyone tell me? Right? What could be the output for this? What could be the output for this? See, previously we did the conversion from for loop to while loop. We got the same output, yes or no? Right? Now we did the conversion from while loop to do while loop. The question is, what does this do while loop output is going to be? That is my question. Are you getting my question? Everyone? See, okay, one exit, entry two. What about others? Entry. Mixed answers I got. Let us check who is correct. Okay, let me run this code. Okay. Okay, you just keep the answers with you. Just focus here. This is very important. Okay, I'm just removing this code. Okay. So now this code is what which I have displayed in the which I have portrayed in the paint screen. Okay, same code, right? Same code. Okay. See, entry exit answer. We are not getting the same output here. Are we getting the same output? No. Output is getting manipulated. Previously, for the this is the takeaway. For the while loop, the output is exit, but for the do while loop, the output is what? Entry and exit. The question is why entry and exit? That is the question. Okay, this program is going to answer our questions now. Output is what? Entry, exit. So who has answered it correctly? Okay, just one says don't know. Okay, who is it? Jyotian, good Jyotian. Very good, very good. Much appreciated. Okay, I will explain you, don't worry. Who said exit? I will explain it. Okay, now let us go back to the theory. Okay, the theory says when you okay, I didn't give you the theory. Okay, see, the do while loop execute the statement first before evaluating the condition. What does it mean? When you are traveling in the train, okay, you are allowed to travel first. Then your tickets will be validated. Do while, right? So if I run this logic, those who have mentioned the answer as exit, I'm going to run this logic now. Okay, just try to focus here. Let me create some space. Okay, this is the logic that I have developed on top of do while. So this is a while loop logic, right? Let me remove this. Let me copy this. This is the do while. So this is the do while logic. Okay, focus here. Just understand the I am keeping some spaces for the better observation. Okay, this will make some sense, right? So let us talk about the control flow. Okay, control flow will start from here. Okay, then it will encounter the do loop. Do loop says, okay, print this statement. Print this. The entry will be printed. Okay, print this. Then perform what? Then perform increment. Then do the conditional check. Right. So let us compare this with the while loop for the better understanding. This is for while. Focus here, guys. Focus here. And if you get knocked out in the meeting room, please try to rejoin. Okay. Don't be under the impression that the classes are over. Okay. Please. So this is going to be what? This is going to be while loop. Okay. So crystal clear comparison I'm going to give now. Focus here. Okay, this is do loop, and this is do while, this while. Right, for do I was keep on telling you that analogy was like railway station. Okay, so see the control flow, integer I equal to 1, then firstly it is not performing the conditional check, it is directly executing the instructions, then performing the increment operation, then it is performing the conditional check. But when you go back to the while, firstly it is performing the conditional check, right? Then it is displaying what? Then it is executing the instructions. If the condition is false, these instructions will not get executed. Directly it will come out here. Making sense? So I can conclude that for the do while, right? Firstly, whatever the statements are there, execute that, then you perform the conditional check, right? But for the while, it is always mandatory to perform the conditional check. Airport example. If you visit airport, check the relevant documents, perform the security checks, then allow. The documents are not matching, right? If you are missing any tickets, don't give entry, exit, right? But in the railway station, no documents checking are required. Okay, usually, but in Indian railways are improving a lot nowadays. Usually, they don't check for your tickets. Now, no security checks will be done. Ticket checking will not be done. You can enter, right? During the destination, conditional checks will be performed. Can I conclude that if I use do while loop, the statement will get executed at least once? It is guaranteed, right? The block of the do loop is guaranteed to get executed at least once. Yes or no? Even though the conditional check is returning false or true, it doesn't matter, guys, right? Because conditional check is happening after the execution. At least once this block will get executed, right? I can guarantee that, right? The do while loop. But in the while loop, it is not guaranteed, right? It may or may not get executed depending upon it, because conditional check is happening much before the statement's execution, right? It is not guaranteed. Statements will get executed at least once. So this is the example. Airport, this thing. So in the real time, we will apply this logic on on the various algorithms, right? For now, right? So this is how the difference when you convert a while loop, the algorithm from while loop to the for loop. From the while loop to the do while loop, you will encounter this problem. You cannot do the conversion like that, but you can convert for to while to for. What I mean to say is, when you have a for loop and when you have while loop, output will not be affected if you do the conversions. You can convert for to while, no issues. You can reproduce the same output. While to for, no issues. You can reproduce the same output. Okay. But same thing cannot be done with while and do while. You cannot do the same thing, right? The output from the while loop will be may be different, and the output that you get with the do while loop may be different because of the conditional check. Conditional check is happening at the end for the do while, but the conditional check is happening before executing the statements itself in the while. Look at the places here. Conditional check is happening before executing this. Here conditional checking is happening. Conditional check is happening here. Where? After this execution. After executing this. This is before, this is after. Don't you think that will make a lot of difference? Yes, no? Everyone? Have you just got the idea now? Who has said it is not a wrong answer. It's okay that you make mistakes. I completely agree with that. But try to understand the foundation. Making sense? Right? So shall we see one more problem here? Okay. Okay, so this is our example. This is do while. So let me remove while. I think you are good at while. Just understand one thing. You can do the conversion from while to for or for to while. Okay. the output wise there will be no difference, but keep in mind you cannot do the same thing with the while and do while or for and do while. The output gets affected, right? So simple algorithm. Sometimes in back in 2015 or 16, okay, in UK United Kingdom, they used to there was a lot of competition between dish channels, I mean television services. So in India, if you want to see television, right, you have an option to opt for cable connection, or if you don't have an option for opt for cable connection, nowadays we have an option to subscribe for Netflix, Hotstar. So many subscription channels are there available in the online, or you can watch YouTube. Likewise, back in 2015 in UK, these concepts, I mean, this kind of commercial subscriptions are there in 2015 only, right? So there they have many kind of dish services like Sky Dish. These are the commercial television services. They offer a lot of channels, okay? Sky Dish, and we have, let us say, DTV, right? And we have like some things like I don't remember the names. Okay, let us take these two, Sky Dish and DTV. So they are the competitors, right? So what happens to encourage customers, to encourage to develop a lot of consumers, to encourage to attract customers, they used to offer this subscription for free for 1 month. They will offer 1 month free subscription, and from the second month they start charging. First month it is free, second month they start charging the customers. Okay, the condition is, if you want to opt for free subscriptions, you need to provide them, you need to give them your credit card details. You need to save the credit card details for auto subscription. Details for auto subscription. So this is the condition. Okay, sorry for the disconnection. Okay. Okay, sorry for the disconnection. It was disconnected due to the time setup. Okay, let us go back to the topic. Okay, so you need to provide the credit card details for the auto subscription. Having said all this, okay, they will provide you 1 month fees. First month you are going to get all the channels for free. First month free, right? From the second month they will charge. The second month they will charge. You don't even know that you are being charged. Hello?
Sir.
Okay. First month I hope my screen is visible now. Okay. I think it is visible now, right? Okay. First month it is going to be free. From the second month they're going to charge you, right? But if you take Netflix is the famous television network. I mean, what we call it as famous online subscription network. Okay, Netflix is like, okay, they don't offer customers for anything for free. Okay, they say they charge you, but at the same time you have an option. What kind of option you have? You have an option to desubscribe, or you have an option to terminate the subscription at any time. Even though you will have to give the debit card or the credit card information, you have an option to terminate your services, but they do not offer you any free services, right? But these guys, they usually offer free services to attract customers, and again from the second month they are going to charge you, right? So this analogy is talking about the do while. This analogy is talking about the do while statement. this analogy is talking about the while statement. Since we are discussing do while, let me remove this. Since we are discussing do while, let me remove this. Okay, the first month free, right? So if you want to represent this analogy by using the do while conditional looping statement, I can say that in the do, I can say that for the first month free. From the second month, write a logic in such a way that by checking your balance, they will detect the amount. Right? It is like, sometimes in movies there is a dialogue. Dialogue will be like பார்த்துக்கலாம் நீ பண்ற பார்த்துக்கலாம். It means do whatever you want to do, you will see that later. Popular dialogue, பார்த்துக்கலாம் பண்ற பார்த்துக்கலாம், like that, right? So same thing is going to apply for do while, right? We will check the condition check later. Do whatever you want first. Do whatever you want, we will check the condition later. Do whatever you want, condition will be checked later. So the priority is given for do, not for the condition. First you do, then we will check the condition. We will think about the condition, right? Same analogy. Let us convert this analogy. Okay, let us say that I have a balance equal to 10,000 in my bank account, something 1,000 rupees in my bank account. Let us say that I have a balance. Okay, the conditional check is like balance should be, focus this problem will make a lot of sense. Balance is greater than or equal to 0. Let me remove this. Right now, services are granted. Okay, so let me build the logic. I will explain you about this code. Services are denied. Services are granted, services are denied. Okay, teacher charges equal to 100. Don't worry about this logic. Don't get afraid of this logic. I will explain you. Balance equal to balance. Yes. Okay, let me take the charges as 500. Balance minus 100. Okay, so can anyone tell me the output for this? Very interesting question. Okay, so this particular example will make a lot of sense. I just want answers from you. Are able to grasp this? I mean, just try to execute the program sequentially from top to bottom. Okay, take pen and paper, assign the value 1,000 to the variable balance, assign value 500 to the variable charges. After this, okay, something will be printed in the console. This is that something, services are granted. Okay, after this, again what we are doing, we are saying balance minus 500. Balance is what? 1,000, not 500 in this case. Let me check balance minus charges. Right, after this we are performing a conditional check. Right, can you answer this to me, anyone? You got my question, I think. Very simple logic on do while loop. This is a do, this is while. Okay, my explanation will make more sense. Shweta says services are granted. Why 500 is coming here? Services are granted, services denied. What? Okay, services are denied. Okay, why mixed answers I'm getting? Ganesh, Jyoti and Jyoti, yes. Okay, let me run this, guys. Compilation is successful. 4 services are granted. I'm getting here 3 services are granted, 1 service is denied. Why you people are saying, why you are missing the numbers? Okay, let us concentrate here now. Please put your concentration here. Okay, Everyone, this will make a lot of sense now. Okay, now you see guys, now you tell me one thing by looking at this example, tell me one thing. Okay, so there is a balance. This balance is talking about the balance in my account. This charges is talking about the charges thus that the services are charging. For example, if I want to subscribe for any one of the what TV subscriptions like DTV, they are charging 500. Okay, see, if they are charging 500, how many times usually I can use the subscription, right? I will get two services, right? Two times services will be granted, right? Yes or no? My balance is 1000, right? If my balance is fixed like 1000, and if they are charging me 500 every single month, at maximum two services will be granted. Yes or no? Everyone, are you getting my question? So okay, if you have 10 rupees in your packet, okay, if the chocolate is 5 rupees, how many chocolates you will get? If you have 10 rupees, two chocolates, right? Okay, if you have 100 rupees in pocket, right? If the phone recharge is costing you 50 rupees, how many times you can do recharge with that 100? Two, right? Okay, two, right? But do while loop says, first time it is free. No matter, okay, let me execute this, you will understand. This is balance 1000, okay? So let me take two boxes which is representing variables. Okay, the value 1000 is 1000 is assigned to what? Balance. So it is representing my account balance 1000 rupees, right? And the charges 500. Charges, this is representing the 500 value is representing the charges. Charges are fixed always. So here the fixed component charges, this is a variable component, balance is a variable component, because once you are charged, the balance will be reduced. This is fixed one, this is variable one. Okay, this is fixed, this is variable one, right? So because of these two, the control flow started from here. Okay, because of these two things, what happened? These values are registered in the memory. Okay, now the control is getting transferred to the do loop. Do loop, for to get access to the do loop, no conditional check is required. No conditional check. For while loop, conditional check is mandatory. For loop, conditional check is mandatory. For do loop, no conditional check is required. First you enter, then we will check the condition, right? So first time services are granted, it means output will be what? Services are granted. It means, don't you think that I am getting the services for free? Yes, no? Services are granted. Because of this statement, my balance is affecting here. My balance remains same 1000. Yes or no? It means I got the first services for free. After getting first services for free, what is the next instruction? This balance is getting manipulated now. Balance is getting manipulated. I got services for free, right? This balance is getting manipulated for the second time, which means I can say that balance is getting reduced to balance minus charges. So what is the balance? 1000. What is the charges? 500, right? It is like balance equal to 1000 minus 500, right? It is going to be evaluated to 500, right? 1000 minus 500, output is going to be 500. So new balance is going to be what? 500. New balance is going to be 500. Let me remove this. But they started charging to give the second subscription, to give the second services, to grant the second services. This is chargeable now. They charged now. Okay. Now the conditional check. Conditional check was 500 is lesser than or equal to 0. This condition is true. When it is true, it will go inside the do loop. Okay. Now again, what services are granted? Second time, services are granted. Okay, after granting services, now this time the services are chargeable. Okay, and now what they are doing, the control will be transferred here. Now they are trying to charge for the next service. Balance equal to balance minus charges. What is the balance here? 500, right? Balance equal to balance minus charges, which is what? 500 minus 500 is going to be what? 0, right? So 0. Balance is manipulated to be 0. Now my purse is empty now. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, now conditional check. 0 is greater than or equal to 0. They have already charged, right? So again control will be, this is going to return true. Go to the do loop, services are granted, because they charged that, right? Services are granted. Okay, now what happens? Now you see control will be transferred to the next line. Balance equal to balance minus charges. Okay, so balance equal to balance minus charges, right? So balance is what? The recent balance is what? 0. I don't have anything in my account. 0 minus charges are 500. It is going to return minus 500, right? So in the memory, 0 will become minus 500, right? 0 will become what? A negative value. It is a negative value, minus 500, right? They are not able to charge me now because I don't have balance in my account. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, now when they do conditional check, what happens? Account is minus 500 is compared with 0. It is going to return false. As soon as it is returning false, the control will not get transferred to do loop. So it will be back to the next statement from year to year. Since it is returning false from year to year. Services are denied. Why denied? Balance is 0. Fourth time, services are denied because balance is 0. Now idea here is, even though I have balance 1000 rupees and the charges are 500 rupees, I am getting services are being granted for 3 times because of this do while loop. Because first of all they are giving you the service for free, from the next time they are charging you. Okay, but now you tell me, if I convert this, if I apply this logic in the while loop, what would be the output? Now you tell me. Very simple. Okay, if I want to do this logic in the while loop, what would be the output? Now you might be getting queries, in the conditional expression what I have to use in the expression 1, in the expression 2, in the expression 3, what I am supposed to use. That might be your question, right? Try to convert it. I will tell you. Are you getting this? Have you got my point for this particular explanation? First you answer this to me. Are we clear with this explanation first of all? Everyone? You're getting it now? Why the specificity of the do while loop is, it looks a little complicated, but the idea here is, in Tamil, if I want to say, like that. Yeah, good, Jyotian. If you convert this logic to the, if you want to say this in Telugu, చూసుకుందాం చెయ్యి, చూసుకుందాం, ముందు చెయ్యి తర్వాత చూసుకుందాం. In Tamil,